Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. Hello, my name is Kyra Eubanks, and I'm Miss Broward County 2020.
Hi, my name is Sudan Eubanks, and I'm an aspiring title holder.
And we're here today to provide your uplifting news for the day. Now for our quotes.
Judge me by how many times I fell down and get back up again, from Nelson Mandela.
I think that is such a true statement, but what do you think, Sudan?
I mean, the amount of determination that you have really speaks a lot of character about how you are as a person.
Absolutely. Just think about when we were first learning how to walk, right? Sometimes we would stumble, we would trip, right, and fall. But then did we stay there? No. Let's say, what if we had stayed there 24 years later, for you, 12 years later? We would still be in the same spot.
13.
12 technically. When you were learning how to walk, you were almost 1, right?
Ooh. I thought you forgot my age for a second.
Oh, no, I can do my math, okay? I haven't been in a math class for a little bit, but I know how to do some math. But yes, you have to remember that we have to get up. It's part of life. So we want to remind you and challenge you that if you see something that maybe is it feels as though you've fallen, remember that you can always pick yourself up and dust yourself off, all right? Take that dirt off your shoulders, like Jay-Z said, right? All right, Sudan, why don't you go ahead and start with our first headline?
So our first headline is Irreversible no longer. Blind mice see again thanks to new method of synthesizing lost cells. 6 mice were found to not only be restored visual function and reflexes, notably in the pupil, but they also prefer to spend their time in a dark space. Chavela hypotheses that it would have been down to how many chemically reprogrammed cells survived the transplant into the retina that determined whether vision was restored in the mice or not. What makes inventions like these, which involve creating brand new cells to replace the damaged ones, so effective and exciting in the field of aging is that they present an alternative to natural replication by bypassing the difficulties that our own cells have with trying to repair themselves from DNA that features double-strand breaks or even other blemishes.
A lot of big words right over there. So what did that mean to you, Sudan?
I mean, I remember learning about cell reproduction in our class, and to think that there was a way to kind of change the way that our cells reproduce themselves. That would be so amazing. And this invention could, in the future, help so many people that are vision impaired or 100% blind. It's a groundbreaking, revolutionary type scientific finding.
Yeah, what a wonderful discovery. Inspired by Mother Teresa, Kenyan safari operator feeds 24,000 families. Pankaj Jha was inspired by Mother Teresa to create an operation to feed families throughout his country. He asked for donations from wealthy Kenyans to fund the hampers that are then filled with the food and distributed to those in need. They have actually sent out over 24,000 hampers since March 22nd. And each hamper has enough food and resources to feed a family of 5 for 2 weeks. Shah said that he was inspired by Mother Teresa after meeting her in Nairobi 30 years ago. By chance, actually, I want to say that Mother Teresa's car, the wheel had fallen off or something like that, and he actually helped her. And they developed a sort of friendship, and he ended up actually adopting a young girl from one of her orphanages, as well as being able to volunteer for her for several months straight. So talk about meeting someone by fate. Mother Teresa, can you imagine? All right, well, you know what day it is. It's Wow Wednesday. And I just want to let you know that our featured guest today, we're bringing it home. Our featured guest is my lovely co-host, Sudan Eubanks. She spoke yesterday at the God's You Tuesday Icon Talk last night, and she was so phenomenal. We said we have to bring her to share some of the things that keep her uplifted as well, because we have to check in with each other, right? So, without further ado, I'd love to introduce this young woman of God. God's You Junior Ambassador Sudan Alex Roseliz Eubanks is an entrepreneur and public speaking powerhouse. The founder of the Junior Ambassador Program, Chancellor Dr. Diane Moore Eubanks, inspired her to create Sudan dolls at just 8 years of age, a company which sells collectible male and female dolls of African Caribbean descent. At 8 years old, she was looking for a doll in the big franchises, and upon searching, she could not find any dolls that looked just like her. However, upon visiting the Caribbean, she realized the great diversity in dolls of every ethnicity, skin color, and hair type, and had that aha moment. This birthed Sudan Dolls. Sudan wants to provide an opportunity for everyone to be able to have a doll that looks just like them, and she ranges in shades from vanilla to Wakanda chocolate. She's been speaking publicly since the age of 6 years old, introducing famous Black business people. The exposure has made her an invaluable speaker domestically and internationally. Sudan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
It's so wonderful to hear. So you know the drill. You've been doing this for a little while. The first question I want to ask is, how do you uplift others at this time?
Well, obviously, I do it during Uplifting News. Actually, we just launched our Instagram, which is Uplifting News. You can find us. We have all the other episodes there if you need to catch up. But I want to just spread positivity to other people's homes. I also have a positivity Instagram, but I'm kind of anonymous. I'm not going to tell you the username. It's probably going to take you a while to find it. But I don't even need the recognition. I would just like to spread positivity and make others happy. There's a lot of toxicity going around the world, not even during this time, just always. In general. So it's nice to have uplifting and positive news to make other people smile.
And what I shared with everyone yesterday, and I'm going to reiterate today, Uplifting News is 50-50. Between the two of us, we come up with innovative ways to just be able to inspire and bring hope and happiness into your households. But I want to let you know that a lot of the ideas that we use for Uplifting News come from her. And so we have to remember that. This is something that I shared yesterday, that when there are young people and they're giving their perspectives, giving suggestions, recommendations on how we can make things more interactive, more dynamic, we need to listen, okay? Because there are wonderful words and wonderful ideas that we could be missing out on when we don't listen. So this is why my co-host, I'm so proud to say, is 13 years old, and amazing. So the next question I have for you, which I'm sure you already know the second question, how do you yourself stay uplifted at this time?
So how I stay uplifted is, although you want to although you want to make sure that you're staying kind of relevant with the news, I try to filter out the news because a lot of it is negative. I mean, the entire news station, I'm pretty sure they don't even talk about the weather anymore. I have not heard
They still
of the
talk
weather.
about the weather, but it's more so focused on the pandemic.
Yes, and although it is good to stay maintained on what's happening now, it's also great to stay uplifted and be positive and look on the bright side and be optimistic. So I don't watch the news. I don't at all. I used to, actually. I don't know anybody in my age group that likes to watch the news, but I love it. I don't watch it anymore though, and I just try to be optimistic and kind of chill, you know.
Yes, and I will say two things. So we still stay, very much aware of what's going on around us, but have you noticed that some of the different news cycles, it's like the same story over and over and over again, to the point where that's all you can think about, and sometimes it can be negative. So what we do is, within our household specifically, we encourage everyone to stay abreast on what's going on. We also have basically a news reporter in the home, my mom. She lets us know everything. She knows all the statistics, she knows all the countries, she knows everything that's going on. So she's always talking to us about that as well. And then outside of just being able to check in and see what's going on within our state or within our country, then we want to be able to move the direction and our thoughts to a different place. So we want to encourage you, please don't just stop watching all news, all right? Don't just watch uplifting news. We ask that you use this in addition to making sure that you're staying aware of some of the mandates, some of the orders that are being held within your state, your government, your country, wherever you may be. But also, please don't just stay wrapped up in that, okay? Please remember that once you get the facts and figures, you know what's going on, you can always come to more positive, more uplifting news so that you can remember to have some sort of balance, right? So we want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to watch uplifting news, stay current, stay hopeful, stay happy, please. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and do Positive Thoughts Jar.
So, Positive Thoughts Jar. I'm so surprised we haven't broken it yet.
She means she didn't break it yet.
I'm not the only clumsy person.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So our positive thought is cheer someone up today. It'll make their day better and yours too.
Ooh, okay. All right. So our special guest of today, why don't you go ahead and go first?
I mean, giving back, and remember last week we were talking about being a servant leader? Mm-hmm. You know, they always give back, not even for the satisfaction of approval or recognition, just giving back and feeling satisfied that you know that you helped somebody out. Mm-hmm. Remember your homework for today. I know you guys probably aren't in school, but your homework for today is make somebody's day better. Even a smile.
Yes.
Even a smile.
To cheer each other up, right? And just know, I always talk about this, when you put a bit of lotion on your hands and you go to moisturize someone else's hands, you still get a little bit of moisture too. And I always say we are not about that ashy life, okay? We gotta spread the love, spread the happiness, spread the hope, all right? So please stay uplifted. Watch tomorrow's episode of Uplifting News. And until then, we'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.